It's me. Yeah. Today's July 10th, 2021 at 2:38 in the afternoon. My son Brandon is activating a new phone he bought. His old one won't hold a charge. I'm doing this here vlog so that it's done, and then Linda and I can go ahead and go elsewhere and have a little time just to us. I got allergies bugging me real bad. I have a lot of stuff going on. So what's going on with you guys? I've had several friends send me messages admonishing me that I'm sorry you're an anti-vaxxer, that you don't believe the vaccine will do you any good. Folks, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I just don't believe in putting something that's experimental into my body when it doesn't really have proven results and that people are dying from it. Not all the vaccines, mostly just Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer. The Moderna vaccine seems to be fairly safe, but even the guy that developed it thinks people should have information before they agree to go get vaccinated. Now, the government, those that are in charge in the government, are talking about forced vaccinations. That ain't going to happen. Why do I not go get vaccinated? Simply because my doctor point blank told me she wasn't going to. She didn't trust it. She felt like it's detrimental, and nobody's mentioning the 3,200 people in the United States that have died from the vaccine. You have to really dig to find the true numbers. CDC's not releasing the numbers. National Institute of Health isn't releasing the numbers because Anthony Fauci is continuing to make money off all this. He's not honest. He's not a good man. He's not someone that I would trust if he told me I was sitting in my wife's wingback chair right now. I've had several people tell me I'm just an old curmudgeon. Well, I guess I am. The problem is I've been around this ballpark too much, too many times. I've dealt with things most people would never in their wildest dream think they would ever have to deal with, and I've dealt with it. I'm not going to go into particulars. There are a lot of people that have gotten vaccinated. I have relatives and friends that I love with my whole heart that have gotten vaccinated. And I'm not saying you shouldn't get vaccinated. I'm saying do due diligence. Take a hard look at it before you just willy-nilly go get it. There's some things I don't believe about the vaccines. Number one, I don't believe they inject you with nanotechnology. I've had friends tell me that ad nauseum. No, they haven't. I've heard that they vaccinated with magnetic substances. Well, most vaccines, regardless of who or what vaccine it is, have magnetic substances in them because it's part of what helps them help your body go ahead and repel a disease that the vaccine was developed to immunize you against. But let me tell you something. I've got some of the world's strongest magnets in my desk. I guarantee you take one of those magnets and you put it over where you got the vaccination shot, it's not going to stick. My son Ashton out there outside, our big dog, all 100 and something pounds of her, she's 3 years old and she's going into heat and she keeps jumping the fence. We need to extend the fence up to keep her in. But that's what the barking's about in the background. Another thing I do not believe about the vaccines. I don't believe nanotechnology was put in, and when they turn on 5G, the 5G towers are going to kill everybody. I don't believe that. There's just a lot of misinformation. One of the problems that we have as a society, and we really do have this problem, are keyboard warriors. Yeah, they get behind a keyboard on the internet, in chat rooms, text messages, social media, and suddenly they're an expert on everything. And they have a tendency to scold other people and tell other people what to do and how to think and all that. I'm going to give you an example, and I don't know this guy's name. My wife is looking for a hair sheep ewe. At least one, maybe two. We have a hair sheep buck, or whatever you call them. She's wanting to get him some girls so that we can build a herd out of it. Are we ever going to eat any of these goats or sheep? I don't know. If we don't, it's no big deal. It gives my wife joy to have that, and that's what's most important to me. But mutton's very tasty, and I've eaten mutton most of my life, and I'm real good. I'm a chef. Even though I don't practice as a chef, I'm cordon bleu educated, really and truly. Have all the paperwork to prove it. I just never enjoyed cooking. I do when I have a big kitchen. I have a sous chef to help me get things done so that I can go ahead and turn out a piece of art for people to eat and enjoy. I have several friends that I consider chefs. Joe Wells and his family that have Smokin' Joe's Barbecue. They put out a fine plate. I have a friend, Shane, that cooks at Burgerland, where I never eat anymore. But I consider him a chef, not a short order cook. The boy cooks everything to perfection. That is the definition of gourmet. Cooking to perfection. I have another friend that might watch this video. His name's Monty Jones. I consider him a chef, not a cook. He would be self-deprecating. No, no. He is a superb cook. When I ate at their restaurant that they had for a long time, everything in there was cooked to perfection. Excuse me. I have a friend over in Ada. His name's Clifton Saint and his wife Michelle Saint. They have a place called Blue Moon Cafe. Most of what they have on their menu, every time Linda and I have gone over there, has been cooked to perfection. So by definition, Cliff Saint and his family are gourmet cooks, gourmet chefs. I consider Monty a gourmet chef. He cooked to perfection and still does probably. That pretty much touches on everything I was going to talk about today. I got this huge honking camera stand here in front of me. I couldn't face going into my dark office and sitting and doing a video. But, and there's somebody on my phone. Telemarketers, it's a never-ending harassment, really. I hate dealing with them. I have some very creative ways I deal with them. Sometimes I answer the phone in Russian. Sometimes I let Agnes Voorhees answer, and she gets downright rude. Or I'll have any number of things that I'll do. When it's an actual person that calls, like this guy asking for Kelly with the National Association of Retired Police Officers or something, wanting donations. He calls me about 3 times a year. It's always the same guy. It is a scam. What they do, they know former law enforcement officers. There's a national database. They go into that database, and they can find who to call. They get your numbers, the whole 9 yards. It's not just a robocall. I made the mistake of donating to that thing one time 15 years ago, and so every year now I get a call. Is Kelly there? And I say, there's no Kelly here. Well, then maybe you can help me. And that's, I won't say on this what Agnes said to him one time. It's hilarious. If you watch this video and you're friends with me on Facebook and you want to know what Agnes said to the guy asking if Kelly's there, private message me and I'll tell you what I did. It's humorous, but I have children that watch this video. I have children that listen to my radio podcast too, and I asked twice for people to get them out of the room because I talk about mature things. I'm not talking adult conversations like porno or something like that. I talk about things that are real. I spit them out there, and that's one of the things I do. Now, I have not added any more videos to Adventures with Linda and Tucklow. I was going to today. Maybe I will tomorrow. What I'm concentrating right now, I called Dale, my adopted son. Monday we got to be at OU Medical to get this thing cut off my face. And so, cut out of my face. They're going to have to cut a fairly large area. And once it's cut off, then Monday afternoon, if I'm able to talk, I'm going to call the veterinarian and set up an appointment to get my dog Precious spayed. But I totally lost my train of thought. That's okay. This is a long enough video. Mom John, I love you. Michael Paul, I love you. My friends on here, I love you. Chris in Florida, howdy. Monty, howdy. Roberta, howdy. Everybody else that watches, howdy. If you feel so inclined, you might encourage a family member or a friend to subscribe to this channel. If I can get the subscriptions up on this channel, I'll just go ahead and turn it into Adventures with Linda and Tucklow, and I'll start just adding more content other than just me sitting here talking to you. I love all of you. Be kind to everybody you come across, and God bless all of you. Bye.